Hello and welcome back to my channel. Excuse me if my volume is low, if my voice is low here. I'll try to speak up a little bit. So, so as everybody might know, or as people might know, right now there is, just give me a second. Just wanted to turn on the light so it's not so dim. Okay, so I wanted to go back to what I was talking about right now. So, as everyone knows throughout the world, as people are just aware of, generally speaking, when you talk to people, people are aware of what's going on in the world right now, economically speaking. There is a change in the new world order or the order of business. Okay, what that means when you say there is a change of the new world or order, what that means in simpler terms is there is a re-evaluation of wealth, of the wealth that everybody holds, okay? So the money that you hold, the value might change, it might stay the same, but things are being re-evaluated. Money might be moving from this country to another country, wealth might be moving, like a lot of wealth, like money is no longer like business as usual. It's not business as usual. It just means that things are changing, and you might wake up tomorrow and find out that your money is not worth what you thought it was. You might find out that your savings is not worth what it was. You might find out that the currency that your country holds is not worth what it was before. So the question is, during times like this, like, what do? You need to be smart and be aware, and just constantly be constantly pay attention, or constantly be in touch with changes, and just know what's happening, because at times like this, I think, like, people can't afford to fall asleep, or you can't afford to not make smart moves. You can't afford to not make smart chess moves, so to speak, okay? And I feel like there are some countries that you can see on the world stage that are making these moves, that are doing the right things for their countries, and who are at least trying to make moves that looks like they are trying to help their situation for their countries, the people of their country. When I think of countries, the two main ones that are making the biggest moves, that are, whenever they get into war or they get into like a fight, it's like time stops, or like everything stops, and everybody, like, what are they gonna do? America and China. Those are the two countries that are like the two biggest excuse me, those are the two biggest, the people who hold the capital the most, who hold the money the most, the two richest countries, So when they're at war, it's like everybody else is at war, because everybody's economy is tied up to these countries, and it's like, we're all, but then with that said, okay, with that in mind, I'm always going to think about African countries, because I am an African, and I'm thinking, like, what are African countries doing during times when, like, the world order is changing? Like, what are they doing to position themselves in a way that will be better for the citizens of their countries? Are you trying to reevaluate your currency? Are you trying to take control of your currency, your money? What are you doing? Are you buying more gold? Are you, like, making smart moves, making smart decision? And I'm talking particularly about Cameroon, countries like Cameroon that don't even control their currency. Like, they don't even use they are using a colonial currency. Why? Why the fuck? And I know that anyone can look at it and be like, oh my goodness, it's not that easy. It's not that easy to just leave the currency. What shall we do if we leave the currency? I can tell you very easily what you can do, okay? Let me give you several things that can be done in Cameroon to leave that colonial currency. I don't know why the heck are we still using that currency. That Cameroon is not like me. I don't know why they're behaving like, I don't know why the government is behaving like retards. That's the only way. Like, I'm sorry I have to say it. They're acting like retards. Why are you still using a colonial currency? Why? Oh my God, it pisses me off. I don't even have the words. Like, I just feel like I want to disown that country. Like, can I disown it? Like, I swear, like I disown. I don't want nothing to do with that country. I'm tired of it. Anyway, enough with the ranting, okay, and irritation. When I get mad, I get so mad about things like that. But I want to come back to the point that I'm trying to make, okay? What are the different options that a country like Cameroon or any country that's using a colonial currency during times like this? There's a lot at stake. The lives of the citizens of the country is at stake. There is a lot at stake to just sit and continue using a freaking colonial currency, okay? Let me give you several things that you can do to wean yourself off of a colonial currency, okay? The first thing that you can do is to look for another African country and merge your economy with theirs and use their currency. A country that already uses their own currency. For example, Cameroon can decide to adopt the naira from Nigeria. They're like next door. Get rid of the CFA. Why the heck are we still using that currency? And yes, I know that the naira now is going through the ups and downs. We can pick a different country and merge our currency with theirs and decide, let's use their currency. Like, why not? It's better than using a colonial currency, okay? It's much better than that. The second thing that we can do to wean ourselves off of the colonial currency is we could look into cryptocurrency options. We can decide to make like Bitcoin the, what do you call it, the national currency, or we could create our own, I don't know, country's cryptocurrency. Like that way you completely wean yourself. Or it could be something that you could do with time, like find a way to join with another country, a neighboring African country that independently uses its own currency. I know that when it comes to the thought of like trying to merge our economy with another one, or trying to adopt the currency from another one, but this is the kind of mindset that we need to have to say, how can we be more independent and how can we be stronger? Because if we start using another country's currency, it becomes ours, it becomes our pride. We have more in common. These are the kind of things that the leaders of our countries should be doing. Like, I don't know why. Like, things are so obvious and it's just like common sense, but I don't know why they're not being done. So there are two different things that you can do. You can adopt another country's currency, a country that has their own currency, a country that prints their own currency, a country that does not use a colonial currency, because there is no point in coming off from one colonial situation and go to another country and adopt another colonial currency. So we want to look for a country that uses that uses their own currency. And I know that when like the leaders of a country would think of like, let's use the currency from another country, we might think of it in terms of like giving up power or giving up control. But that is a small-minded way of thinking about things. We need to think about, what are the advantages, what are the pros versus the cons, what are the advantages of merging your currency, of merging your country with another one that is independent and that is strong and that is doing the right steps or doing the right things. That is where we should be going towards. In fact, I feel like Cameroonians should completely like give up using the CFA. If you're a Cameroonian and you can give up using the CFA, if Cameroonians can find ways to use like the naira or use other currencies, like use other means of exchange, use Bitcoin. Stop using that fucking CFA. It's BS, bullshit. We shouldn't be using that. So I would encourage like those who are in power or the citizens of Cameroon, like, give up using the CFA. We don't want it. It's not ours. Let the politicians that love France so much, let them continue using it. Go and put all your money in France. We don't want to be kissing the behind of France, okay? Anyway, when I get like mad, like it's hard for me to like not get so mad and like, you know, say things. I might say like things that people might find offensive, but I just have to say what needs to be said, okay? So that's what I need to say, and yeah, I just had to let that out. And yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope that this is food for thought. If it made you mad, then it means that it's something that you need to think about. If you're an African and you're finding that what I'm saying is making you mad, then I don't know what to tell you, you know. These are things that we need to think about, because we shall not live forever. There are those that are coming after us. You have a responsibility to make sure that you leave a better country for those that are coming after us. Like, what the hell? I don't even have kids. I don't have kids, but I'm thinking about like the next generation that comes after us. Like, what the heck is wrong with people, man? I don't understand. It just pisses me off so much that we are not doing enough. Like, the leaders or the people who are in charge of our countries are not doing enough to make the lives of their citizens better. I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand the choices that they're making. Anyway, that's it. I'm done for tonight.